This is the video lesson for 8.3b. Your objective today is compare and contrast the attributes or the characteristics of a shape and its dilation on a coordinate plane. So we're just comparing an original shape with the dilated shape. That's all we're doing. Number 1 says, triangle ABC has vertices A, B, and C, and it gives us the coordinates of each of those vertices. If triangle ABC is dilated by a scale factor of 3/2, okay, scale factor of 3/2, and has the origin as the center of dilation, which it always will in this year, what are the coordinates of B prime? So we want to take B and change it into B prime. And it's telling us B is 4, 5, and we can even verify that. That's 4, and then up 5, so that's B. All we need to do here, if you remember from, what was it? 8.3c was that we did before. We talked about how when we're making an algebraic representation for a dilation, all we have to do is multiply the x-coordinate by the scale factor and multiply the y-coordinate by the scale factor. So the only difference between this and 8.3c is that now we have to actually figure out the coordinate, but it's the same process. We're still just going to multiply the x value by the scale factor and multiply the y value by the scale factor. So, to get our x value, we're going to take 4 times 3/2. So let's put that in our calculator. 4 times 3/2 gives us 6. So our new x value is 6. To get our y value, we're going to take 5 times 3/2. Let's put that in our calculator. And we get 7.5. So B prime is going to be 6, 7.5. Now, I look at this, and I don't see anything that says 6, 7.5, but I do see 6, 15/2. Well, let's put in 15/2 and see what we get. Let's put that in our calculator. 15 divided by 2, look at that, I get 7.5. So it's the same thing. So B is our answer for B prime. So again, all I did here was look at B, since that's what the question's asking about, multiply the x value times the scale factor, and multiply the y value times the scale factor. So dilations on a coordinate plane are actually really simple. I think they're easier than any of the other transformations. Okay, let's look at number 6 together too. Number 6 says, triangle ABC is shown on the coordinate plane below. And we have ABC there. If a dilation image of triangle ABC has a scale factor of 2, which ordered pair would not be a vertex of this dilation? Well, first we have to figure out which ones would be a vertex of that dilation. So let's look and see. We need to actually graph the dilation on the coordinate plane here. So let's start with A. The scale factor of 2, well, -2, -2. If I multiply both of those by 2, I'm going to get -4, -4. So this would be A prime. Let's do the same with B. X is 0, and 0 times 2 is still 0. My y is 2. If I multiply that by 2, I get 4. So I get 0, 4 for B prime. And then here I have 2, -2, 2, -2. So 2 times 2 is 4. -2 times 2 is -4. And here is C prime. So this is our new triangle. So let's check each of these. 4, 0. Well, that would be 4, 0. Okay, well, that one is not a coordinate. That's not a vertex, so I think that's probably our answer. But let's check the others. 0, 4. 0, 4. That's B prime. Negative 4, negative 4. That's A prime. And then 4, negative 4 is C prime. So yes, 4, 0 is the only one of these that is not a vertex of this dilation. And notice it's the opposite of this one. So if you get confused about your x's and your y's, you could have some trouble here. Remember, it's always left and right, and then up and down. So based on what we have just done, I'd like for you to do number 7 on your own. You're doing number 7 on your own. Then please bring it to me so that you can get a stamp for number 7 before you continue with the video. Now that you have a stamp for number 7, let's look at number 4 together. Carlos drew a scale picture of his backyard for his landscaper. He wants a water feature in the center of the yard, which will be in the same shape as the yard. What is the scale factor used to arrive at the image of A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime that is to be his water feature? So, really, all of this up here didn't matter at all, because we don't need to know that it's a yard or that he wants a water feature or whatever. Water feature being like a pool or a fountain or something. All we need to know is that our job is to find the scale factor used to go from A, B, C, D to A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. Now the first thing I can do is get rid of anything that's more than 1, because I'm shrinking this figure, which means I'm going to have a scale factor less than 1. When we get bigger, that's a scale factor of more than 1. So let's see what we can get rid of. 1/2, nope. 2.5 over 3, that's less than 1. 5 over 6 is less than 1. 2 is more than 1. So we can get rid of that one already. So now we just need to look and see, what did we do to A to get A prime? And what did we do to B to get B prime? So let's start looking at this. A is negative 5, 6. So negative 5, 6. A prime, that looks like negative 2.5, 3. So negative 2.5, 3. Okay, so what did we do to get from negative 5 to negative 2.5? Well, it looks like we cut it in half. But let's go ahead and double check some other things. Is half of 6 3? Yes, it is. Okay, so that looks like it may work. Let's check another point. B is 5, 6. And B prime is 2.5, 2.5, 3. Same thing. We took 1/2 and 1/2. Let's look at C. C is 5, negative 6. And D is negative 5, negative 6. Here this is 2.5, negative 3. 2.5, negative 3. A negative 2.5, 3. So again, this cut in half would be this. This times 1/2 is this. 1/2, and this is 1/2. So that means that 1/2 would be our scale factor. Now I'd like for you to pause the video and do numbers 3 and 8 on your own. On number 3, you're going to need to bubble in your answer, so be very careful on that. And then on number 8, we have a rectangle ABCD. It's dilated by a scale factor of 2. And what's the area of the new rectangle? So you have a few steps to do here. You need to go ahead and plot A, B, C, D and draw that rectangle. Then draw the new rectangle where each point is dilated by a scale factor of 2. And then you find the area of that rectangle and bubble it in here. If you have any questions, please come see me. When you're finished with 3 and 8, please bring me your paper for stamps. And then at that point, I should also be able to get your grade for 8.3B in the gradebook.